Hi everyone, Miss Tiffany here to read another book. So the month of April is National Poetry Month. So I thought it'd be really fun to read a book about a little boy who finds a poem. And this book is written and illustrated by Micha Archer. So remember that the author writes the words and the illustrator draws the pictures. So this author wrote the words and drew the pictures in this book. And I just love the pictures. I love the colors. It's called Daniel Finds a Poem. Daniel knows all the rocks, trees, and animals in the park. Let's see, what animals can we find in this picture? I see a bird and maybe a dog. On Monday morning, Daniel sees something new on the park gate. A sign that reads, "Poetry in the Park, Sunday at 6 o'clock. Ooh, what is this? That's so beautiful. It's a spider web. Do you see the spider? It's a beautiful web. He looks up in surprise when he hears a spider say, "To me, poetry is when morning dew glistens." On Tuesday, Daniel climbs the old oak tree. He sees Squirrel. "Squirrel, do you know what poetry is?" Oh, look at those beautiful leaves. What color are the leaves? I see yellow and green and orange. "Poetry is when crisp leaves crunch," Squirrel tells him. On Wednesday, Daniel calls into Chipmunk's hole. So this animal's called a chipmunk. "Chipmunk, can you tell me what poetry is?" Poetry. Poetry is a home with many windows and an old stone wall. On Thursday, Daniel makes a boat with a leaf for a sail and watches the wind carry it across the pond. He calls quietly to the frog. "Excuse me, frog, what is poetry?" "Ribbit. Poetry," says Frog, "is a cool place, a cool pool to dive into. Ribbit." There goes the frog diving into the pool or the pond. On Friday, Daniel parts the cattails and finds Turtle. "Hello, Turtle. I have a question. Do you know what poetry is?" There's Turtle. "I think poetry is sun-warmed sand," Turtle says. On Saturday afternoon, Daniel finds a little cricket in the shade of the slide. Have you ever seen a cricket or heard a cricket outside? They kind of have a chirp, chirp sounds. When the windows are long, cricket fills the air with music. "Is this poetry to you, cricket?" "Singing at twilight when the day is done? Indeed it is, Daniel." Ooh, what animal do we see in this picture? An owl. An owl say, "Hoo, hoo." That night, moonlight fills Daniel's room. He hears a hoo, hoo. Can I hear your owl hoos? Hoo. Leaning from his window, he calls to the owl. "Owl, what is poetry?" "Oh, poetry. Poetry is bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. Good night, dear Daniel," she whispers, and flies off into the night. On Sunday, the sun wakes up Daniel. He is happy when he remembers it's Sunday. "Today is poetry in the park," says Daniel, "and I have a poem." What do you think Daniel's poem is going to be? Here's Daniel's poem. "Morning dew glistens, crisp leaves crunch. There's a home with many windows and the old stone wall. cool pools to dive in, sun-warmed sand to lie in, swinging at twilight when the day is done. Bright stars in the branches, moonlight on the grass, and silent wings to take me wherever I go. On the way home, Daniel stops to watch the sunset sky reflecting on the pond. That looks like poetry to me. Me too, says Dragonfly. There's Dragonfly. So as we can see from the book, poetry means a lot of different things. It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It can be whatever speaks to you. And I think it would be really fun if you could get with your parents and maybe write a poem. Maybe you can write a poem about what you love about the library and what you miss, or you can write about things that you've been doing at home, write a poem about that, or whatever you're feeling. That's what's so great about poetry, is you can write about whatever you're feeling. Sad, happy, mad, as long as it means something to you, that is poetry. So post your poems to the library's Facebook page, and I will see you soon.